Hey, welcome back to the next video in your video series for Native Hacks. And in this video, we're going to be covering creating content. Once again, I'm your host, Justin with RTS Innovation Marketing, and let's go ahead and kick it off. First off, when it comes to native advertising, it's all content based. What you're doing is you're creating good, solid content that's providing value to your potential leads and customers, and in that fashion, you're also offering your products or services within the content itself. All right. So, what kind of content do we create? Some of the best stuff to create is pretty much going off of answering questions, trying to help somebody solve a problem. So you may have a few ideas in your head right now, on kind of what you want to create, what you could create, and everything, and that's great. That's a good place to get started and everything. But the real question is how do we find what people are looking for? What do people want? What kind of questions do they have? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cover a few areas there. Now, some of the places you can find what people are asking is one, Yahoo Answers. You can go on YouTube and you can Google it as well. And another great place is Facebook itself. Granted, I didn't make a little box for that, but this whole course is based off Facebook anyway. So what we want to do is let's go ahead and try and find some questions people are asking. So first place I'll take you is Facebook. Now what you want to do in Facebook is try and find some groups that are related to the particular niche or service, or whatever you're in. For this demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and use weight loss. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll come up here to the graph search bar, and in here we'll just type in lose weight, and then come down here where it says see more results for lose weight. We'll click on that, and then up here it's going to say groups, and then you click on groups. And as you can tell, there's a list of groups about losing weight. Now, the great thing about groups is this is where a community of people get together and they ask questions, they give some helpful tips and everything in whatever niche or field that these groups are dedicated to. Now, let me show you kind of what it looks like once you're in there. Now, down here, I got a pretty cool group about copywriting, but if you scroll down, you can tell a lot of these, they're either asking questions. If you read through the posts and comments, they're either asking questions or they're giving some solid advice that's going to help these people out with whatever the case may be towards that particular product or service or niche that they're talking about. So a good thing to do is just kind of read through whichever groups you go through, kind of read through everything, and make a list of some of the questions that are being asked, and this will help you be able to curate some good content, so that way you know exactly what people are asking now, and you can dedicate it straight to them. All right. And another good place to go is Yahoo Answers. In Yahoo Answers, they have a bunch of fields or categories in different particular niches. So you can click on here to see more, and then you just go through here. Now, granted, a lot of the questions on here are kind of bogus, but there are some really good ones too if you look into it. And these are questions people are asking, pretty much by the minute, by the second. So that way you can get some real-time information on the questions being asked. So let's go over to health since we're on weight loss. Then as you go through it, you can kind of read, what people are asking. And if you find a good question that you like, I don't know, my braces are killing me. Maybe you're an orthodontist. If you find a good question, you can kind of type on here, find out, what the question really is, and see some of the answers other people provided. And what you want to do is just jot down these questions as well. So now you got a good solid list of questions. And then to kind of figure out, how to prep your content and stuff, come over to YouTube and just use the how-to search. So, type in how to lose weight. And what it'll do is it'll give you a bunch of how-to videos on a particular subject, depending on what you want to go in there. So if it's losing weight, if it's fixing an engine on a car, if it's, how to, settle your finances, get out of debt, stuff like that, they're going to give you some good ways of how to do so. And what you can do is maybe go through a few, kind of watch the videos and see how other people are presenting themselves when it comes down to answering these questions for people to help give you ideas on how you can present it yourself. And then another good place is you could do the same thing you did in YouTube and do it in Google itself as well, and then you'll get articles and everything on how to do it too. So a good example, we'll do how to lose weight again. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and click on one of these bad boys. So this one's about losing weight. Obviously, that's what we typed in there. And then you can go through it and kind of, get a feel for how these people are writing their articles. Now, a good thing to keep in mind is you don't want to plagiarize, so don't copy their content, but just get a good idea on how you want to write yours, okay? And go through here. And another good thing too is try to outperform some of the ones that you see. Like this article here is probably 700 words at max. So a good thing to do is maybe write one that's going to be, around 1,400 words. Not only is that going to help you with your likes and shares when it comes to social media, but it's also going to help you rank pretty quick when it comes to SEO purposes as well, because Google likes longer content. It makes you stand out as more of an authority. So not only are you going to be dragging in potential customers and leads via social media, but you're also going to be doing it via search engines too. Okay, so that's pretty much a good way of trying to figure out how to create content, what people are asking, and then put something together yourself to outdo other people's content as well. Make sure your content is valuable, and also make sure that it's truthful. So don't put in there some bogus stuff that really doesn't work. Make sure you put in there stuff that's really going to help these people, so that way they'll see results. If you're going off of the weight loss, put your weight loss stuff in there about, helping somebody lose weight. And in that process, they might not buy right away, but they're going to keep you bookmarked. They're going to share your content. Say within a week they lose weight, then all of a sudden they're buying from you because they want to know what's going on, because they know you know your stuff and what you told them really works. So they're going to want more. All right. Now, granted, you're going to get a bunch of the ones that go in there and buy right away, but this is also going to help you in the long run as well. Okay. And now for the next part, come down here and creating it. Where do you place your ads? What kind of headlines should you use, and what kind of pictures should you use? So we'll start off first with placing your ads. All right, so come over here. Here's one of my articles actually about native advertising, which leads you to the video series you're on now. Granted, before you place your ads and stuff, you got to kind of think, do you want to make a sell, or do you just want to, use like a lead magnet and keep providing them value? It's up to you, depending on your business and everything, on how you want to, curate your content and, focus on where you want to put your ads and everything. So if you look down here, I have this content that's a pretty well in-depth article about native advertising. And in here, I offer them the opportunity to watch the video series that you guys are on now. And then I do it once again down here towards the bottom. I offer it once again at the end. So there's two places there that I offer this video series. And I don't, it doesn't really stop there. What I do also is down here at the very bottom, I have an opt-in box. So people who scroll all the way down, they have the opportunity to register for, my newsletter. And in the content, now think about it this way: if you're given a really good editorial content and you have a product that can fix their problem, but then again you gave them a solution to their problem, but I guess I should better word it, if your product can fix a bigger problem that's dedicated to the smaller problem as well, then go ahead and throw in a link to your purchase or your sales page, purchase page, product, whatever the case may be, and that's a good way of going about it. Now, if you're going into like a good thing that solves problems and you just want to kind of capture the leads and help build that tranquility with them, then maybe you should throw in there like a lead magnet, kind of like this video series, ebooks, offers to a webinar to get more information on the subject. Whatever the case may be, it's kind of endless on what you can do. Just make sure it's dedicated to that article on what you're trying to offer. The next thing too is when it comes to headlines, a few suggestions I recommend is you can use the headline obviously from your article. It's going to pull that up anyways. But when we get into the next section about going over, creating it up in Facebook, you can kind of build a better headline. But for your article itself, a good thing to do is you either use numbers or ask questions. So asking questions is just like, what steps are you taking to lose weight? Or how would you like to lose weight in 30 days or less? Or How would you like to lose 10 pounds in 30 days or less? Whatever the case may be, something that's going to stand out to those people. Okay. Now, you can use numbers too, like the 10 ways to lose weight in 30 days or less. So it's much like the question, but you're leaving the question out. You're making it more as a guide instead of answering the question. Which, granted, in the article itself, you're still answering it, but it just depends on what your article is going to be and how you want to present it when it comes to headlines. All right. If you're using pictures or some funny stuff here and there, ones that you see a lot on Facebook and everything, right? Hey, these 20 crazy pictures are pretty awesome. Number 15 really got me rolling. So now you're building that curiosity with the person. So now they're just like, crazy 20 pictures, number 15. So they're going to go to the article just to see what number 15 picture looks like. So it's kind of like forcing them into your web page, and that's where you can give them the valuable content, and that's where you can make your offers and everything as well. Now keep in mind that you want your headline directly related to your article. Okay, so keep that in mind. Don't do something bogus and then have them go somewhere where they weren't planning on going anyways, because it has nothing to do with your headline, because it's just going to upset them and they're going to leave, and then you're going to lose them forever. So make sure that they're dedicated to each other. All right. Now, when it comes to pictures, you want to make a calling picture. Now, remember, up here you have the blue border up here. So what you want to do is you want to make a picture that kind of contrasts that border, but without it looking spammy or anything. Okay. So a few good examples. If we come over here to Shutterstock, these are just some of their examples right here. And, take a look at these pictures and, kind of tell yourself which one stands out to you. Because if it stands out to you, it's probably going to stand out to them as well. So some of the ones that stood out to me is this lady over here riding, I think it's a bicycle, wearing the pink and everything. Now, as you can tell, the pink contrasts with the white, and both the white and pink are going to contrast with the blue on Facebook itself. Another one that stood out to me were these guys driving. And this one kind of stands out because the light contrasts with everything else and brightens up the day. And so, and plus the colors being used are going to stand out when it comes into Facebook too. And what I mean by that is, say you're scrolling down, right? We could look at the sidebar ads and we'll scroll up. And we're scrolling down. Which ones are actually which ones are catching your eye? Maybe that green right there, even though, you probably don't want to do ads like that. But anyways, maybe that green right there just totally, stuck out, and you're like, oh, okay. So now your eye drew over to it. Whereas this one kind of blends in because there's no real contrast. And the one up here blends in as well because there's really no contrast. There's nothing catching the person's eye. Okay. Now, with that being said too, remember when we went down and we got our target market. Okay. With our target market, we want to dedicate our pictures towards the market itself. So if you're looking for, like 25 to 35-year-old males, then this one's going to stand out to them, and this one's going to stand out to them. Okay? Whereas if you're looking for 45 to 65-year-old females or something, this one's probably not going to stand out to them because they already passed the whole, getting in shape stage. But this one might stand out to them because, maybe it's something they're dreaming about, going to the beach or something like that. And there it shows the ocean and people driving down the highway. Okay, so keep that in mind. Kind of cater your picture towards your audience itself. All right. So now that you have a good grasp on pretty much, setting up your content, kind of getting down to what you want to do. Now, granted, I don't know what your market or niche is, so I really can't, show you exactly what to write. But with this being said, you can kind of get a good idea, find out what questions are being asked about your market, and, write up good articles on it. And when it comes to that, throw your ads in there, make a really strong headline and a picture that's going to stand out to the market you're targeting. All right. So in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to go over setting it up in Facebook itself. So we'll see you in the next video.